Okay, this time we're going to build a Apache JMeter test with a template. So this is kind of a more basic way to do this, more by hand, but using a template kind of gets you started and takes care of some stuff for you. So you come down here to templates, you click on templates, and we're going to use building a web test plan. This is probably best suited for the kind of uh, test plan we're going to build for this Blaze demo website. So we're going to go ahead and select that. You can check out the other things, see what they do. They have a link here to help you understand what they're doing. So go ahead and click create. And what it does is it gives you the basics of what needs to be in there. Some basic header stuff, request defaults, cookie manager, header managers, things like that. Kind of builds it in there already. You don't need to worry about it. And it gives you a few pages just for samples, right? So what we're going to do is that instead of using these, we're going to, well, we can do it this way. We can just replace these. So what we're going to do is that the first page we're going to do is Blaze Demo. We probably, I don't know if we're going to do this whole thing because I don't want to do it all by hand. It's a lot easier using the other tools. So the first thing you're going to do then is just this home page. You would just come right in here and put your path in. So the path, the way this works is it splits it up, and so it actually just take the path here and you put that value there. blazedemo.com, you put that there, and you can clear this. If you have a site and you have a port number, you put that there, etc., etc. The method that you're getting this page, which is get, which should be most pages. Any parameters that you would pass, in this case there's nothing, so you're good here. We can get rid of this assertion. We don't need to do it right now, so we can actually remove that and go on to the next one. So this next thing is this is a test action. This is just a think time, and it just takes a test rest for 100 milliseconds. So let's go ahead and get rid of that for now, and we'll get to these later. Go ahead and remove that, and we're going to go ahead and get rid of this one. We're just going to add in a few other pages. All right, so we have the home page here. We can up here click on add, and yeah, this is how often I do these. Let's see. Jeez Louise. There we go. Okay. Here's the next one. So we're going to actually, what we're going to do is turn our inspector on, because we're going to have to catch this network traffic as we go to the next page. And I think after we do that, we're just going to leave it Paris to Buenos Aires. Let's go ahead and get that. All right, so if we click here on this, you can see it's our next call that we're going to make, right? So where it says our URL, we're going to take this. It's HTTP, and we're going to give this a name of reserve, and then we can add these parameters in, these guys down here. All right, so we need the from port, and so we add from port and to port, from Paris to Buenos Aires. Okay, we probably want to make sure these are encoded. These are actually post variables, so they don't need to be. And that should be about it. Okay, no need for that. Okay. And that's it. So we can actually save that. Now the cool thing about this is because this is already here, we've got some stuff built in. So we can go ahead and click on the start button in JMeter and see how the test does. All right. And we're going to save it, and we're going to call this, what are we going to call this? All right. And this one is going to be okay, so this is going to be the Blaze Demo template version 1. All right, we're going to save this, and we can run it. And when you click on the view tree results, you can see the results of that. And something happened with the reserve, and it's actually already, that's funny. And we know why. Now, one of the things we want to make sure we're going to do, let's go ahead and stop this, is when we run these threads, we want to make sure that when we're in the setup mode, that we are just doing one time around. We're not going to keep doing it. Now this is what the loop count was on forever. I don't know the purpose for that. I don't know why you would want to do that if you just, unless you just want to constantly be hitting a site and you want to do it for a while and then you want to come back and see how it does, perhaps. But the reason this went awry was because we used a GET protocol instead of a POST. These are post pages. If you come up here, you can see that it was a post that was made. So if we try this again, we can clear this out here. Let's try it again. And we see that it was actually successful this time. So that's a request being made there. And this is a response coming back. And this is a web page that would come back, which is this page right here. So that's as far as I want to go. You would continue to do this. This is a very basic test. You would probably want to put more in it, but you can do these by hand. However, I think there's a lot more value in using the plugin to actually capture the traffic that's going on, and that way you don't miss things like the wrong post value or something like that. So that's that.